everybody. My name is Mason. I'm with Ecotech. We are the rep for Rotork and Desert. So this morning I'll be kind of going over all the valves and the actuators. I have some guidelines here if they want me to print out. If anybody wants a kind of a copy to follow along with. I've got 10 copies, so a little bit more people here this morning than what we were expecting, but that's okay. Some of y'all want to share and pass them around. So on this actuator, it's a 90-degree turn actuator, so it just opens, closes. Any of them that's here does that. They have other ones that will do multi-turn, but that's how this one's set up. I'll do a quick kind of rundown, just components on it, and then I'll go in depth on each one so y'all kind of get all the knowledge of it. If you have any questions at any point, you can stop me and ask, or wait till we get to the end. Either one's fine. So on the front of the actuator here, you have an LED screen that normally is lit up once you have power. You have switches on the front. One switch is for putting in local remote or stopping it, and the other switch is for opening and closing when it's in local. Here on this side, you have a hand wheel, so if you lose power and you got to manually open or close it, you can do that. Right here on the side, there's this little black cap, an Allen head on it. There's a 9-volt battery back there. That's a backup, so if you lose power, the display will stay lit up. The back section back here, if this cover comes off, you'll see there's ring terminals back there. That's where all the wiring goes. And then on this side here, you'll see your data tag with all the information on it pertaining to this actuator. So if you ever have questions, need parts, anything, there's a serial number at the top. So if you call us, Rotork, or any rep for this, they need that number only. They can get you everything you need. So we'll start right here like the hand wheel. So it's free spins all the time, so it's never actually engaged. You have to engage it with this lever. You pull it up, you'll feel it engage, and then you let off and you can turn it how you need to. So whenever you go back to remote and you command open or close, the clutch will disengage. You don't have to re-engage it for remote or anything. So it'll automatically kick it back out. And then right here on the side, here's that little cover that you'll remove to access the 9-volt battery. Once you spin it out, it's any type of 9-volt battery. It's nothing special to it, it's any battery. When this goes dead, you will get an alarm. It will not stop the actuator from working, but you will get an alarm that says battery flat. It's all you gotta do is pop it out, replace it, put the cover back on, and that's it on those. So any battery will work. When the actuator's powered up, it's actually charging that battery. So typically when they fail, it's just because of time frame and not because it's been in use. So normally you may be 10 years down the road and that battery just pop up battery flat and you just replace it. No service maintenance to it, nothing, no like actual set time period. So we'll open up the back here, so anybody that's gonna be messing with electrical at any point, you can see this. Very important to wire it in correctly, because this one got replaced because the electricity wired in did not do it correctly and fried it. Wired the 480 in correctly. So you'll see all the ring terminals in there, and in the wiring diagram, it'll actually tell you what each terminal is there for. I'll turn this around too. You guys over here can see it as well. So they have all these terminals. This cover, this red one, that's where the 480 or your 120 lands, whatever your control wiring is. This one's actually 480, so it goes under there. So just make sure that cover does go back on so nothing can touch those, not to short out or cause any issues. And a little more in-depth look at the actual data tag. I said you have a serial number here at the top. Then there's a wiring diagram number. So on Rotork's website, you can put that number in and it'll pull up the diagram for this particular actuator. Now, in the back of every single one of these, when they're shipped, there is a bag, I left it out on myself, that will have the wiring diagram in it, all the screws and everything you need to wire it up. So I suggest keeping these somewhere safe. I always put them in the back so it stays with the actuator. Some people like to take these out, put them on file somewhere. On you guys' case, all 5 of these are going to be the same on the wiring, they're all the same. But if you end up having multiple actuators throughout the plant, different places, they will be different. So make sure you get the correct wiring for your actuator if you have to get in there and mess with it. And of course, it tells you the actuator is 480 volts. So if you're going to wire one up and it's 480, make sure you're doing it. Or if it says 120 and you know you just ran 480 to it, stop, because you will burn it up, and these are not cheap. And then it tells you down here like the amperage on the control wiring and everything. It tells you anything else you might need to know on the actuator itself. So any questions pertaining to anything on the outside of the actuator? So right now we'll shift over to this one on the end. That one will power up. We'll go through it and show you how to set limits, how to set the torque, how to actually operate it and everything. And that way you can do it. Because in tell you how to actually connect this remote. Without it, you can't do any of that. So it's a good thing is someone can't come along and adjust settings inside of it without this remote. So whoever has these remote, I'll keep them somewhere where people can't get to them unless they need to. Okay.